The Spread Show.
Welcome to a Windy Wednesday podcast.
Yeah, quarantine White Claw Windy Wednesday.
Yeah, I hate wind so much. Everything was banging around the house last night at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever.
Tumbleweeds are everywhere.
Yeah, we're still in quarantine, so it's not like we're doing anything. Well, there's not a lot going on, but it sounds like the NFL at least is pretty resigned to getting things rolling in September. They're not worried about anything at this point.
Oh.
Everyone's got to get it opened up apparently immediately. Everyone's tired of it.
Too many billions of dollars on the line.
Yeah, so the schedule is going to be released tomorrow,
4:30.
So it'll be probably when everyone's listening. That's going to be exciting because what we do every year, we go and we map out all of us. We go through every single game, put a win or loss by every game on the schedule, and that's how we build our over/under. Like winners.
Yeah, and it's weird because I always have Dallas going 16-0, and Ant always has Seattle going 16-0, and we play each other this year. So someone's gonna be wrong.
So I think this is a good opportunity. You know, this whole virus thing has obviously caused a lot of economic strife. A lot of people are not going to have the disposable income. Last year was booming for gambling.
Yeah.
Like last year was peak gambling. Everyone was doing it. It was more accessible than it's ever been. And people had a little bit more money because things were going well.
Yeah. And it's not to be like, hey, there's a positive coming out of COVID, but there is a positive. All these states are going to be like, we need to open gambling now.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Probably not. I hope they don't do that because then people will just gamble the money that they already don't have.
Shit, if they give me another Trump check and then they opened up gambling.
This debt bubble cannot grow any bigger.
Vegas needs to get out of debt too, so they're going to give us sucker bets.
True, yeah.
And someone's losing.
Yeah. I just think, you know, with this upcoming year, people got to be a lot smarter in what they bet on. And I think that you have to look at a lot of futures right now.
No.
Remember, look at all the futures we saw like at the end of the year when we looked at our Super Bowl odds and stuff. How much money we would have made if we had just put like $100 on, you know, this team or this team.
If people just would have listened to Henry Ruggs and Andrew Thomas.
Seriously. Just like you would have only had to wait a couple weeks to win thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Even if they just
small bets.
Even if they just bet $200, they would have won $2K. Mm-hmm. And I'm not talking the video games.
Yeah. I think this week we'll go through a lot of futures bets because honestly, no one knows what the hell's going to happen. But pretty much all the odds are going to be good. No matter what you pick, you're going to get really good odds. So if you're not putting your bets in right now, you're really missing out. Like this is the number one time to start doing it.
And just think of it as an investment. It gives you something to look forward to all season as well.
Yeah.
It gives you so that's why I kind of like playing fantasy football. I was like, you get to root for players. Like it makes every game interesting. And then when you bet on it on top of it, you're like, okay, this is.
If the game sucks, if it's a blowout or something, you know, you still have something going on. Like if you have an over. So,
yeah. And you're like, oh, this guy, or we'll be like, hey, Dolphins are getting blown out. Get two in there. We need to get these yards up.
Yes, exactly.
The garbage time stats are killer.
Yeah. So all of that stuff, you know, if you can get early props and have something to look forward to, even if your team sucks, you know, that'll make it even better. Just like, hey, can we get to 4 wins? Let's try. You know, you're 12 games in the season, and you're at 3 wins. You're ready to celebrate because you got $200 on getting that over. So yeah, let's launch into some of those. I did a little research today, though. I'll tell you that much, because there's not a lot going on, and I'd like to be fully prepared for this next season. Did you win last year?
Yeah.
No,
you won.
I won.
You won.
Yeah.
You just wanted. See, you just wanted to work yourself, throw yourself over. I won the year before.
So let's explain this. And I want to make sure I'm right here because I hear the term thrown out a lot. But like in the NFL, since the schedule's coming out tomorrow, last place schedule or third place schedule, that's real, right?
Yeah, it's the extra 3 games that actually. It's the difference between playing playing the Niners, Packers, and Saints instead. You're gonna play Cardinals are good now, unfortunately. Lions, um, the Redskins
Panthers, yeah.
and then the Panthers.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a big difference.
Yeah, so you basically, if you finished shitty last year, you're going to be playing some shitty teams this year. And that can swing 2 or 3 games on your record. Obviously, a lot of these bad teams stay bad. So I took a look. I wanted to see what it actually looked like last year for the bad teams, the 4th place teams, the 3rd place teams. What does that actually mean? When we went into the season. So let's start with the 4th place teams last year. The Jets, they had 4 wins in 2018. They improved. 3 wins. The Bengals, 5 wins in 2018. They managed 2 wins in 2019. So they went backwards. The Jags were even for 2 years. The Raiders improved by 3 games. So you had the Jets, Bengals, Jags, Raiders, Giants, Lions, Bucks, and Cardinals. So mostly you've got, I guess the Jets have a young quarterback with injuries. The Bengals tanked on purpose.
Wait, injuries? He got fucking mono.
Oh, true.
He was kissing
Injury.
man. See, he was trying to expose COVID before COVID was even popular.
Cardinals had a rookie quarterback. There's just some bad teams on here. The Bucks, the Giants, the Raiders, and Jags weren't good enough teams. So really, there was not much of an improvement from 2018 to 2019 on average. It's not even a half a win. They basically all were bad once again. The top, win total was 7 for the Jets, the Raiders, and the Bucks. So there's some improvement, but it's not like they're going from worst to first. And I think we kind of said, hey, someone always goes worst to first.
Yeah, I think the last 2 years have kind of killed that idea.
Yeah. So also against the spread, those teams, they do. When you think of bad teams, you always have to watch out because they're going to get those big totals or those big numbers on game day, right? So you might have the Bucks +5 or something. They can backdoor cover, or the Cardinals were a scary team last year. So they actually got worse against the spread. So the bad teams in 2018 covered on average about 7 games per year. That went down about a whole game in 2019. They actually didn't get better against the spread. So I think when you look at the worst teams from the previous year going to the next year, don't exactly just assume that they're going to improve against the spread because hey, they got better, or Vegas is going to catch on and give them more points. It doesn't really work that way. They just still suck.
So you're telling me bad teams are getting worse?
Not worse necessarily. They're just not getting that much better. So what I think with a lot of these teams is we'll probably see them be if you look at the Jets, Bengals, Jags, Raiders, Giants, Lions, Bucks, there's a realistic situation where
there's a word I like for those teams you just said.
Most of these teams, I think next year this year will finish 3rd in their division and then launch from there to compete. Probably half of them will compete for a division title in 2 years.
I was gonna say, Ben, if you're listening to me, talk me off the edge or the ledge of Lions at +650 to win the North.
Matt Patricia.
Okay, never mind. Ben. You know how to talk me off.
I have to start drinking because you just ruined everything for that.
+650, dude. That division's not good.
We'll talk about it. But you could see the Raiders.
I like the
Raiders. The Bengals in 2 years.
Yeah.
Being a top 2 team in their division. The Cardinals for sure.
Yeah.
The Bucks, I don't know.
They're literally all in for 2 years.
Yeah. And then, the Giants are still young. The Jags are young.
Can you name anyone on that defense for the Giants? Yeah. That's all you need. Well, they got Blake Martinez.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He's their best defender.
So, against the spread, they're basically, the bad teams from last year don't typically improve. 3rd place teams, though, here's where it gets interesting. Last year, here's the 3rd place teams from their respective divisions. The Bills, the Browns, the Titans, the Broncos, the Redskins, the Packers, Panthers, and 49ers. So those teams finished in third place in the 2018 season. So they get that third place schedule, playing against similar teams that weren't as good. Now you have to remember the Niners. What did they have? 4 wins in 2018
Yeah.
because of Garoppolo getting hurt.
And it's crazy they had 4 wins and they were in third place.
Yeah, yeah.
And then all
The
of
Cardinals were at 3.
Yeah, so they went third to first, and then now the Cardinals are gonna go. Same.
Could you imagine if they had lost another game and somehow gotten Kyler Murray?
Yeah.
Like if they had picked up Kyler Murray in that offense and not had to have Garoppolo.
Literally, Kyle Shanahan he had an athletic QB 1 year, and
Yeah.
they went 10-6 and won the division, and should have won a playoff game before he blew his shit out on that shitty field.
Yeah.
Oh God, how do we get? I just want Jimmy G to go back to Bill Belichick, and let's get Kyle Shanahan a good. Actually, but no, I don't like the one. I don't want the Niners to be good.
Yeah, I mean.
I don't like the Niners. Never mind. Can we trade Kyle Shanahan?
Yeah, there we go.
Let's get us somewhere fun like Denver or something.
49ers, Panthers, Packers, Redskins, Broncos, Titans, Browns, Bills. Look at all these teams that made the damn playoffs this year. The Bills, the Titans, the Packers, and the Niners all made the playoffs. The Niners and Packers jumped to 13 wins from that third place spot. So a little bit for the Niners obviously has to be, hey, quarterback's healthy, people are healthy.
They had a top 2 pick.
Right.
Bosa in there.
Exactly. So, but then again, there's still some of that third place schedule brewing in there.
Yeah.
The Packers were not that good of a team. Straight up, not a good team. Like you saw that in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They were okay.
They got blown out. They gave up like 100 points to the Niners in over 2 games.
Yeah. So they jumped up to 13 wins. The Titans, I think the Titans finished with 9 wins the previous year.
Yeah.
They were just able to maintain it. Some teams got worse. Cleveland couldn't. They were absolutely atrocious and went down a win.
Freddie Kitchens.
The Redskins went down 4 wins that year, but the Broncos improved a win. So I really think when you're looking at teams for win totals right now, when these schedules come out, these third place teams, you have to look at them and say, okay, I actually think, I think these guys are going to be the ones that are successful when it comes to getting the over and winning the division.
Yeah, you read me the third place teams. I was like, ooh, I like these teams.
Yeah, for sure. So those are all 2018 teams going into 2019. Yeah. Now against the spread, it went the other way. So 2018 teams, they're right around 7 wins against the spread, and in the next year they bumped up to about 8 wins against the spread.
Oh, total between all of the teams?
Yeah, that's the average between all
average?
teams,
Okay. Just making sure that people know.
Right. So I just think the money is in third place. So that's where to look this year. So I'm excited about that. Let's hop into some bets that we found.
Well, before we go on to the bets, I just want to ask you your thoughts on, since the schedule's released tomorrow or today, whatever time you're listening to this, that the first 4 weeks are going to be against your interconference opponents.
So basically we're getting NFC versus AFC.
Correct.
So
for example, the NFC...
and that's for every game?
Yes, for every... So your first 4 games are going to be... So the NFC East plays the AFC North.
Yeah.
So the first 4 games are going to be some combination of Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers.
So basically, we're just going to see the NFC whoop a bunch of ass for the first 4 weeks and make the playoffs super, super competitive.
Yeah, and it's so lame the NFC West gets the AFC East the year Brady's gone. So you guys get the Jets, Dolphins, and Pats.
I feel like we played them a few years ago because I believe Radiator Horse flew to New York for that.
Yeah.
But... yeah,
you get the Jets with no receivers. You get the Dolphins with Fitzmagic and a good team, and then you get the Pats with a rookie quarterback.
And the
essentially,
Bills are a playoff team.
As long as you don't have to go to Buffalo, you're fine. So
it's interesting. It'll definitely make things heat up at the end of the season.
But I just think it's gonna be the NFC's poor NFC. So
I think it'll be nice because you get that weird lull in the middle of the season where it's like, okay, whatever, but those games are really going to matter now.
Yeah.
Kind of like college football, like every game counts. So, yeah. So and the competition, especially for the NFC, you're like, oh my God, every every week is a good week.
Yeah.
Or the AFC, like every week we have a chance to get a win because
Yeah.
everyone sucks. So yeah.
So now it's gonna open with the first 4 weeks, and then so say if you're the NFC West, you're playing the AFC East this year. At worst, you're gonna do 2-2, 3-1.
Yeah, I think everyone in the NFC West will smoke the East.
And so I was like, oh, so hey, we're gonna have 3 teams at 3-1 and 1 team at 2-2, and that's just one division.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's fun.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. But it's good for the Cowboys.
We got the
Basically,
North.
Philly.
Yeah, we got the North though, but
You got to play the Vikings.
No, we got to play the Ravens.
Oh yeah, you're right.
The Steelers, the Browns.
Steelers suck.
I don't know. The Browns are gonna be good.
No.
Big Ben said he's drinking beer to work out,
Yeah, the Steelers are done, though.
and then the Bengals. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I was like, give us Bengals Cowboys week 1. Give us that rookie quarterback.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but so I was like,
I think it's a good idea.
and if they keep with the whole, they want to do the last 6 weeks or last 7 to 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, they want to do it's all your division opponents.
Damn.
I'm for that.
Yeah, I mean, you should be playing your best football at that part or tanking or whatever you're doing at
Yeah.
that. So,
So at that point, I hope that the Giants and Redskins are tanking, obviously. So
Yeah.
that's easy 3 wins minimum.
Right, yeah.
But-
if you're in a crap division, that's probably good.
God, if you could give me the Saints Bucks twice in the last 6 weeks of the year, you give me any combination of the West.
Yeah. Seahawks, Niners, or Niners,
Cardinals, would you get week
Rams.
16? Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just know and this is going to be just straight slugfest.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be really cool.
It's a ratings bonanza for the NFL.
Yep. Let's hop into some of these props.
Yeah.
So, first one you brought up to me was one of these 4 teams to miss the playoffs. We always know one of the good teams has to miss the playoffs. I think someone put out a list last week of most of these teams saying, hey, 2 of these teams have to miss the playoffs. Who are you taking out?
Oh, yeah.
So this is a 4-team list. We have the Chiefs at plus 530, the Ravens at plus 390, the Saints at plus 270, and the Niners at plus 320. You're pretty adamant that you don't think the Niners and Saints are going to have it this year.
Well, the 2 favorites. If I ask you, did the Niners get better?
No.
Did the Saints get better?
No.
They added a center in the draft when they already drafted a center last year.
They added Malcolm Jenkins or whatever.
Malcolm Jenkins, there's a reason why
49
Philly
years
cut him.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For fun, they added him, and then they signed Emmanuel Sanders.
They got Jameis.
And they gave Taysom Hill $16 million guaranteed.
Yeah. They were a good team last year. They want to keep it rolling.
Then they lost to the Vikings in the playoffs.
That was a fluke.
That team's just... They'll make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to win. So...
I'm going to say the Niners.
It's the Niners for me.
Plus 320. Not because I don't think they'll make the playoffs, but because I think that's really good value. And
That
they were
division.
like I said, last year they played the 3rd place schedule or whatever. And it's just going to be really tough at the end of the year, especially if Garoppolo if that isn't fixed from what we saw in the playoffs last year, there's going to be a lot of issues. Like teams are just going to queue up the film and be like, okay, this is all we have to do.
Yeah.
I don't know that their defense got better.
They lost Buckner. Buckner's really good.
Yeah.
They got Kinlaw, but I was like...
They added a lot. They got younger on offense.
Yeah. But is that a good thing?
I don't know. I think their offense is always going to be okay. But if they have Garoppolo just sucking.
And if Garoppolo can't hit a receiver deep, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So I'll take the Niners here.
And they didn't get any corners still.
Right. They don't need it because they have a pass rush.
Well, they just lost their interior guy. Their big interior
Yeah,
guy that would
Kinlaw.
stop the run. Yeah. Kinlaw can't pass a physical. Don't play in the... If you guys are listening, don't go to the SEC because you will not be able to pass a physical.
So we're taking the Niners at plus 320 to miss the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's no way the Chiefs or Ravens miss it, right? Because they play in the AFC.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't see either of those teams missing. Unless, like, if Lamar gets hurt, yes.
RG3.
Is he still there?
Yeah. He's a
Okay.
good backup.
AFC Championship. AFC Champion, should I say. Mm-hmm. The Chiefs are obviously favored at the plus 300, which is insane that you can get the Chiefs at plus 300.
It should be minus, right?
Yeah, they should be minus 120 or something. The Ravens are plus 330, and then it's 1,000 all the way down to 3,000 from there. So where's the value here?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs and Ravens.
Mahomes broke his kneecap and they still came back and won the Super Bowl.
They should be back-to-back champs at this point.
Yeah, they were D Ford being offsides away from being back-to-back.
The Ravens are still pretty damn good. They added some great stuff this offseason too.
They did. It just sucks that the last 2 years that they played the Chiefs just smoked them.
Yeah.
So it's like, I need to see them when they play. I need to see them be competitive with the Chiefs.
The Pats are in third place at plus 1,000, which I don't see that at all. Stidham.
You're literally donating your money.
Yeah. The Colts plus 1,100. They add Phil Rivers. They add Jonathan Taylor. They add Buckner.
Oh God, Buckner's.
Yeah. That team could be pretty solid.
They
were already okay.
Michael Pittman Jr.
This was a third place team last year. Big leap incoming. But to win the AFC, probably not. Probably not beating Mahomes.
Yeah, because it just sucks for any of these other teams. You have to beat the Ravens and the Chiefs. So the Titans beat the Ravens, couldn't beat the Chiefs.
Right.
So you have to beat both of them, which sucks.
Some weird ones here. The Steelers are plus 1,200, and the Bills are plus 1,300. I don't feel like the Steelers are a better team than the Bills.
It has to be on name value.
Yeah. For sure. You're right.
They literally asked Big Ben if he's working out, and he said, I do a couple yoga classes a day, and then I play golf and drink beer.
Yeah. The Browns' hype has completely gone away. Plus 1,700 to win the AFC.
They have so much talent again. They reloaded.
Well, yeah, and why are they... I mean, them and the Chargers, I think, are both way better than the Steelers and the Pats. The Chargers are loaded. They just don't have a quarterback.
They're loaded, right? So how the sexy pick? So say the Chargers would have just traded up, they would have gave up their second round pick to go to pick 3.
Yeah,
and they would have got Tua.
Yeah,
the number would be minus 1,000 at least.
They'd be at 1,000. They'd be in third place.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
So literally, they're just a quarterback away.
Yeah, Cam Newton away.
Can one of these quarterbacks be Jimmy G from last year?
No. Yes. Tyrod?
Can Tyrod?
Yeah, Tyrod would be fine.
Just don't turn the ball over.
Yeah. Who are they playing? Oh, the NFC West. Yikes.
Well, they have to play, like you said, they have to play the Chiefs twice, Broncos twice, Raiders twice.
Yeah.
That's at the best 3-3.
Right. Yeah, that's tough. I still think that's a really good team, minus the quarterback. And no one else really catches my eye. You just have to put your money on the Chiefs right now and get that 300.
I can't believe they're given plus 300.
That's just really nice of them.
Yeah. Well, Vegas needs to win money back.
True. They're betting that Mahomes is like injured or Andy Reid turns into Andy Reid again, you know?
Yeah.
But who's going there? Like, who's making the Super Bowl out of the AFC? Like, the Ravens, really?
With that gimmick offense? No. With Phillip Rivers
these teams suck. Like, these teams are bad.
Yeah. The NFC is going to dominate the first 4 weeks.
Yeah. The NFC champs, we have the Niners are the favorites at plus 460. The Saints are plus 650, second place. The Bucks are third place at plus 700.
Fourth place team's even higher than it should be, too.
The Cowboys, 850.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Eagles, 1,000. Seahawks, 1,000. Packers, 1,300. Vikings, 1,300. Rams, 1,400.
Can you talk me off?
Look, if you're a Niners fan, you got to put in at plus 460 right now. That's awesome.
That's way too.
If I'm a Niners fan, I'm all over that. That's huge money to win the NFC again.
That's crazy that they're literally a Jimmy G overthrow.
Yeah. Then we've got the Saints. They're just going to be there. I feel like I'm looking at a disappointing year for the Saints where they're like 9-7.
They'll be 10-6, make the playoffs, lose first round.
Bucks, I'm not in on it. I like the Bucks way more last year.
Yeah.
And I love Bruce. The Cowboys, though, I really do like. Dak's really good. Is the defense any better?
They just got They got a lot of boomer bust guys. A lot of boomer bust guys. That's the bad thing. So it's like if everyone's on, it's real good. But if
it shouldn't matter because your defense doesn't need to be that good.
It doesn't matter. We have to put up 35 points a game.
Yeah, and they are definitely capable of doing.
They're going to try to.
And if Dak gets hurt, you have Dalton, who's not the worst quarterback ever.
And when Dalton has weapons around, he's actually good.
Or when he has a line, and that is definitely going to happen in Dallas.
He has both.
Yeah. Dallas should be higher. I'm saying Dallas at plus 850 is a steal right now.
No, this next one's a steal.
The Eagles?
No.
Oh, the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Seahawks also at plus 1,000. Are they that much? They're that much worse than the 49ers?
I guess.
49ers are plus 460 and Seattle's 1,000.
They split last year.
Yeah.
And if the Seahawks just beat the Cardinals, they get the 1 seed last year. Everything changes.
Yeah, for sure. It's weird just because you know that one of those teams does have to be plus 1,000 because they're going to beat the shit out of each other in that division.
And Russell Wilson has another year with DK. With Disley, superstar Disley. Olsen. And Lockett.
Yeah. And Philip Dorsett, who apparently hasn't dropped a pass in like 65 attempts.
And then word on the street is Marshawn. They want one more run with Marshawn.
I mean, they just need as many running backs as they can get. Get Marshawn, Carson, Penny will be back in the middle of the year. That's the only issue. I think fuck off. I think right now, as it is, hey, all of our running backs are banged up. They're going to stop with this dumb run shit. There's going to be a lot more passing this year. And if that opens up, then we're looking at a pretty damn solid team. They got better on defense with the corners.
Yeah.
We didn't really have a pass rush last year with Clowney. So, without him, I mean, it's whatever.
He's literally going to come back for 1 year, $8 million.
Yeah, he worked himself into a shoot.
Idiot, just take the money.
Yeah, for real. Take your 1 year, try it again next year.
And when you can argue best quarterback in the league.
Right.
If you just I always do this, so say you put Mahomes with Pete Carroll, and then say you put Russell Wilson with Andy Reid.
God, if you put Mahomes with Pete Carroll, I think I'd be a little bit more upset than I am right now when watching Russell with Pete Carroll.
Imagine if Mahomes just had to hand the ball off the first 2 downs.
Oh my God.
No matter what, don't.
Yeah, I think Mahomes is definitely the best quarterback in the NFL, but Russ is right there. I think Mahomes is just probably the most talented quarterback we've ever seen. So.
Russ is insane.
Yeah, no, he's really good.
And he their Seahawks offenses be close in the fourth quarter. That's what it is. And then let Russ go to work.
Yeah. For sure. No, I think it'll be a little bit better this year, but the Seahawks should definitely have. I would put them right around the same as the Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys and Seahawks should be even.
Yeah. So, do you want to take Seahawks at plus 1,000?
Yeah.
And then, are you with me on Cowboys plus 850?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
I don't think the Niners or Saints will repeat and get. I don't think they're getting to the NFC Championship. It's going to be. I mean, the Bucs could be there, I guess. The Cowboys. A lot of people are bullish on the Eagles, as they always are. I can almost damn near guarantee the Packers won't be there.
No.
Are we sleeping on the Vikings?
Sleeping on the Lions.
God damn it.
No, but we can do
the Vikings though. Plus 1,300. Why are they not plus 1,000? What did they do wrong? They got rid of Diggs and replaced him with a good version of Diggs.
Yeah, they got Jefferson, and then they got 2 cornerbacks that are super physical.
Yeah, that team's good. That's a solid ass team that beat the Saints last year, as you mentioned before. You're telling me they're plus 1,300? That's straight up disrespect. With Kirk Cousins renegotiating that contract.
Yeah. And they let Linval Joseph. They let their disgruntled players. They let all their corners go, and their corners were trash.
Yeah, true.
So they can only go up. I like what you said. Plus 1,300.
Yeah, 1,300.
We can put that
with
in.
The Packers.
Yeah,
we're doing all 3.
Yeah.
So if you have $300 laying around, there you go.
Well, you're gonna make your money back easily. So.
Yeah, because one of those is hitting, and you're at the minimum you're making $550.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And when you add the money you're winning from the Chiefs, that easy money,
right?
You're good.
Oh yeah. So team totals, we have to get ahead of these right now. There's a lot of teams out there with weird, wacky totals going on, And this all kind of stemmed today from something we saw on Twitter. C.J. McCollum and Lou Williams from the National Basketball Association had a little friendly wager going on about the Cleveland Browns over-under. It's at 8.5 this year. That's, I don't know.
High?
Everyone knows the Browns are going to be better this year. Third place team, like we talked about.
You said they were third place team last year too.
Well,
they went down.
That was with
Freddie.
Freddie Kitchens. This is an actual coach. I'm not saying they're a 9-win team.
I think he's actually a good coach.
Yeah, I think Stefanski's a good coach. They have the personnel there now. But yeah, so what were they talking about on Twitter? McCollum.
No, Lou Williams said, "Hey, I don't want to bring up old shit," but he was like, "You're lucky I don't have to collect that money." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Oh, Browns 8 wins."
Yeah.
And he's like, $5K. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, but we just never confirmed it." And then CJ McCollum said, "Fuck it, we're gonna double down this year, 10K, 8 wins."
Damn. 8 wins. I mean,
Over 500.
Really, this team can't get to 8 wins.
They had all the talent last year, and they added more.
Right.
And what they go last year, 6-10.
But Stefanski's going to let Chubb just have the ball 35 times a game.
He is gonna let Chubb, and they have Kareem Hunt to do it. And then they have Austin Hooper,
He
Njoku.
always runs double tight ends, and they have
Austin Hooper and
they have
Njoku, and then OBJ and Jarvis Landry.
Yeah. The only problem is going to be OBJ. And he dealt with Diggs all year for the last 2 years or whatever. So the attitude thing's not an issue. Defense could be a little bit better, but
No, they added Grant Delpit.
yeah, true.
I love that pickup. I kind of love what they're going.
Man, could you imagine if they got like Logan Ryan?
That's what they need to do.
They should go get him.
But they have Denzel Ward and
But that
Greedy.
line
Oh yeah,
should
put
be improved.
Oh yeah, they added Wills Jr. from Bama, and then they added Conklin.
Yeah.
Are we talking ourselves into the Browns again?
I really think why wouldn't they be better? I love their coach. I think he's way smarter. They're going to be smart with the ball.
At the very worst, they're going to start 2-2 because they get the Redskins, Giants, Cowboys, Eagles open the year.
They're just going to have to resign themselves to the fact that Baker might suck. And it's like, okay, if he's below average or if he's just average, then we're just going to be a Nick Chubb team. This isn't Baker's team. This is Nick Chubb's team.
Nick Chubb and you forget they have Kareem Hunt for 1 year, $2 million.
Yeah. We're taking the over.
Yeah.
It's plus 110.
And why we take the over for the plus 110? Hit up Stefanski for Coach of the Year at plus 2,000.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Why double dip?
Because
if they have more than 9 wins, he's winning Coach of the Year. Yeah. Well, because they've had more than 8 wins once since 2003.
Right.
And that was with Derek Carr.
So this is over 8.5, so they have to get to 9.
9.
So we're getting it at plus 110. Yeah. Here's our other ones that you have to get in on right now. Indy is at 9. We talked about their odds to be the champs, AFC champs earlier. Their over is at minus 125. Their under is minus 105. This team got a lot better. They're playing that third place schedule. I think, what did they have, 7 wins last year with injuries?
Yeah. I don't know how they were still in games.
They have one of the best coaches in the NFL. He was basically coach of the year until things kind of fell apart. But 9 wins, I think I'm going over at minus 125.
And
I don't know.
They got the third place.
Is that too high?
They got the third place schedule, so they get to play the Raiders, the Titans, Jacksonville.
Yeah. Pretty solid.
And the Jets.
Yeah.
So at very worst, what you're going?
They add Jonathan Taylor. They add Phillip Rivers. They add Buckner. That team's... They got some shit going.
No, yeah.
And that's a really good offensive line.
And Michael Pittman. I like Michael Pittman Jr. a lot. Oh,
exactly.
You didn't even say the Rookie of the Year. Oh, did you?
Jonathan Taylor, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Making sure you have the first name you dropped.
I'm taking it. I'm taking the over. Give me it. They're going to get 10 wins for sure. The Chargers.
Yeah, I'll take the over.
This one's tough. So they're at 8. They have a Super Bowl ready roster, but no quarterback. And their savior for quarterback isn't actually good in Justin Herbert. So this team is at 8 right now. I feel like that number is kind of low to start, but You started reading off the teams they're going to have to play, and I'm worried.
Yeah.
Like, even the division, like, the Raiders are going to be tough. The Broncos are going to be tough. Obviously, the Chiefs. If they win 3 of those games, then they have to play the
Bengals, the Bills, the Pats, the Jets. Then they got Saints, Bucks, Falcons, Panthers.
They could lose those 3 games. Like,
Yeah.
oh.
On the bright side, they got Dolphins, Jags, Buffalo. If you want to say it.
I just believe in this team. That defense is really good. Their coach sucks, though. He's an idiot.
Anthony Lynn,
Yeah.
He loves Tyrod.
They did a smart thing by letting a running back leave.
Yeah,
I got to give them points for that. They still have good receivers.
And Hunter Henry's on the contract. I love contract
He's
year
be
players.
on the IR.
Oh no, they're going to be good. They have like 22 players on contract years.
That's true. Yeah.
The whole entire like it's Bosa and Ingram
Yeah.
and Linville Joseph. Everyone's
Can
on.
Derwin get an extension this year?
Yes, and then Desmond King, their slot corner is on a
Just
contract
reading
year.
this defense, man.
They're
I'm going over.
yeah, and then they just
I'm bullish.
yeah. Oh, but they don't have a good.
What?
Can one of them be Jimmy G?
No, they don't have to because their defense is that. I mean, yes, sure, they can be Jimmy G. Like, sure, I'll take it. We're going San Fran under 10.5.
Oh yeah.
That's just really high for a team that achieved pretty much everything they set out to do last year, and it just typically things fall apart the next year. Not apart, but it's hard to get back to the top because we saw that with the Chiefs too. Last year they didn't hit their total because Mahomes got hurt. It just takes an injury or something, and you're playing the tough schedule. You're playing a tough division, so I could see them just falling short and winning 10 games, which is pretty damn good. So that's minus 115, and we're taking that.
Yeah, I don't. And don't we always say the Super Bowl loser always has a rough go back?
They always lose week 1.
Yeah, they always lose week 1, and then like the Rams, the Eagles. I feel like all those teams never recovered.
Yeah, for sure. The Seahawks just went back and had the worst loss of all time.
Oh,
Rookie of the year, great odds. I mean, this is insane.
yeah.
They're just giving you free money. This is a free money giveaway.
just take it now.
Anyone you bet on right now, Joe Burrow plus 225.
Don't bet.
He's going to start day 1 and accumulate a shit ton of stats, and you can put $100 down and win $225.
He's probably going. They're probably going to open the season with the Redskins, and that defense is.
Ass.
They have no corners.
They have Ron Rivera though.
Can coach them up. They got defensive line, no corners.
So here's the sneaky favorite. It's Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
That's not the sneaky favorite. You're one away from the sneaky favorite.
No, I'm saying he is like the one that people are giving out on like all these websites and stuff.
He's gonna have 80. He's gonna have 80 catches.
Yeah, he's Mr. Do It All for the Chiefs. I'm not buying into that at all.
No, I'm not. Yeah.
Tua's plus 750. We just don't think Tua's gonna.
We have more props on him later.
Yeah. I just don't feel like he's gonna get.
He's not gonna start.
He's not getting. If you're betting him, you're basically betting Burrow to get hurt.
Yeah.
You know.
And you're hoping that Fitzmagic gets hurt.
Yeah, that plus 750. Jonathan Taylor plus 900.
Just give it to me.
And that man is going to be running behind one of the best lines in football. He's got Phillip Rivers, who will hand that motherfucker off and throw screen passes.
And Phillip Rivers is one of the best play-action quarterbacks.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're putting plus 900.
Yeah.
What if he has like 1,200? What if he has a Josh Jacobs season but stays healthy? You know?
He's going to. He doesn't get hurt.
Well,
Pal, he had 900 carries at Wisconsin, and he didn't get hurt. He didn't miss one game.
DeAndre Swift is plus 1,200. That's a stay away from me, honestly.
If you like the Lions at plus 650 to win the division,
I do not.
Oh, Ben,
Jerry
talk
Jeudy
to us, man.
plus 1,600. No quarterback.
Nope. The quarterback might not the quarterback. We don't know if he's good.
We don't know. Yeah.
We don't know.
He likes. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone else that you like? CD is plus 2,200. Not enough targets.
Not enough targets.
Ruggs. If he does punt return, kick return, and receiver, maybe.
Doesn't have a quarterback to give him the ball.
That's true. Jalen Reagor, plus 2,800. I like that actually.
Actually,
I'm not gonna lie.
Unfortunately, I do like that.
I'm just saying.
What was that, 2100?
2,800.
28, put an asterisk on that one. I like that one.
I'm throwing that on there. Then you got Brandon Ayuk, Justin Jefferson, and Chase Claypool.
No.
Okay.
Give me Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor plus 900.
Oh, did you read J.K. Dobbins?
Oh, plus 1,800.
Yeah, that's my second.
Where does he got?
Baltimore.
No.
They're going to run them. Somehow everyone's going to get 1,000 yards.
I don't want to put anything. I'm just putting your name next to that.
But if we're doubling up, we're doubling down. We're going all in on Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
He's fucking...
And Raygor.
He's fucking Barkley, but...
Yeah.
They just didn't like him because all of a sudden running backs aren't good.
Everything he's in a good situation, which Barkley was not.
God, Quentin Nelson's going to love
oh my
God. And then he gets to run against the Jags defense, the Texans. He gets to run at J.J. Watt, who has one arm.
Who will be hurt.
Yeah, that too.
Where will Cam Newton start this year?
On the bench.
Who's your favorite? There is no bench, unfortunately. You have to pick an actual NFL team.
Give me the Chargers.
The Chargers? They're not even on the goddamn list.
Seahawks?
The Jacksonville Jaguars are the favorites at plus 190. The Patriots, second at 250. The Skins, plus 375. Steelers, plus 575. Why wouldn't he go to the Steelers? That's basically guaranteeing 6 games.
Yeah. He's the one that had to deal with Mike Epps.
The Broncos, the Bears, and the Raiders. It's not going to be the Bears. The Raiders, no. Who knows? They doubled it.
Yeah, with Mariota.
They did get rid of Deshaun Kaiser now, making room in the quarterback room. The Jags kind of make sense. If they're just like, holy shit, maybe we shouldn't start the season with Gardner Minshew as our starter.
No, Gardner Minshew has it. But yeah, give me the Jags.
Yeah. Here's one you always want to talk about, the 2021 number 1 pick, because as you said, the 2021 NFL draft is heating up.
I like it.
I don't want to hear it. Trevor Lawrence is minus 300 to be the number 1 pick next year. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to let everyone know. Don't take these Trevor Lawrence odds right now. What we're going to see is probably like 6 weeks into the season, something's going to happen. He's going to have like a kind of an average game. Someone else is going to be having all these sexy stats. They're going to pull the Burrow gimmick. And Lawrence is going to be like plus 125. That's when you take Lawrence, because he's going to be the number 1 pick. I'm just on the combine.
Didn't we say that about Tua?
Tua got hurt, yeah. He would have been. I don't think Lawrence is going to get hurt. Shit, he's fine. Lawrence,
Justin Fields
plus 125.
What's Justin Fields at?
Plus 300.
He's gonna put up gaudy numbers.
Okay, we can put a little thing next to Justin Fields for right now.
What's my boy Trey Lance at?
Trey Lance is not on the list.
Oh God! And Vegas, I need you. Oh, they don't put him on the list because they don't want to get dominated. Because people are gonna start pounding that.
Well, he's not there.
I had no idea who he was, and then I started looking at all these.
Neither does Vegas.
First round mock drafts: Kuiper, Dane Brugler, and Matt Miller all had him in the first round, and I was like, I guess I gotta watch some tape on this kid. And I was like, oh, he's a really good quarterback. I don't know how North Dakota State gets quarterbacks.
Let's go into your boy Tua.
Ooh.
Over or under 3,200 passing yards this season.
It's under.
Yeah. He's going to light it up for 3,200? I don't think so, man. I'm sorry. I like Tua, but he's not starting enough games.
Yeah.
What does he start? Like week 4? Week 5?
No, Fitzmagic's going to have them. Oh, they're going to be playing the NFC. You don't want to put him against the NFC West to open the first 4 weeks.
He's going to get fucked up.
So week 5 at the earliest?
Yeah. For sure.
So say they're 1-3, and then no, they're gonna be 0-4. Oh God, I felt bad for the AFC East.
Yeah, Tua passing touchdowns were also going under. It's 19.5. Get it at minus 120.
Yeah,
he's getting 20. I could actually see the 20 touchdowns.
Who's you throwing to?
The gimmick receiver.
Devontae Parker's good.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna box him.
Mike Gesicki. I mean,
he got talent. Give him that.
Yeah, I'm saying under with you. You said under, right?
Yeah, under.
Yeah. So under minus 120.
I love
Sorry.
Tua.
Yeah.
I love Tua. Just pound everything next year.
Tua interceptions. They have it at 15.5. That's way too high.
He didn't throw 15 at Bama.
All these numbers are too high. We're going under at minus 110.
Yeah.
Give me all those. Let's move on.
I just don't get how 15 and a half.
Yeah, that's so like they're basically like, hey, he's Jameis Light.
Yeah. So
Jameis Light skin.
Are you just thinking that they're just at the end of the year for 3,200 that they're going to pat the stats playing the or they're playing the Pats?
I don't want him in slinging it around like that off of like, hey, he might be injury prone and we're throwing away a season, you know?
Yeah. Tank for Lawrence?
Yeah, maybe.
No, not tank for Lawrence. They need to get Jamar Chase.
Will Dak be franchised by for week 1?
Will he play under the franchise status week 1?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's plus 400 and you're going against no minus 700.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you just confidently saying yes?
Cowboys notoriously always do 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to even Tyron Smith signed a 10-year deal. So Stephen Jones already has his spreadsheet out, and he has all the cap numbers spread out, including the restructures. So they already have planned everything out. So that's why we didn't pay Byron Jones, because he wasn't part of the plan.
Yeah.
And they didn't budget him in.
Okay.
So they already have it budgeted out for Dak to sign a 5-year deal. Dak wants a 4-year deal. So they'll say, we'll give you the 4-year deal, but you're getting less guaranteed. And Dak's like, no, I'm not taking that.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, we'll give you the 5-year deal, more guarantees. And he's like, no, I want a 4-year deal. But Dak wants a 4-year deal because in 3 years is when the cap takes a super large jump.
Right. Is this because of TV contracts?
TV and everything.
Yeah.
So that's why Conklin, every agent told their free agents this year to sign a 4-year deal.
Right.
Max, no one signed a 5-year deal.
Right.
And Dallas is adamant, hey, we need you for these 2 years at the end to be super cheap.
Yeah.
At $35 million when everyone's going to get like 50.
Okay, so that makes sense. So,
and I just don't see Dak budging. Dak doesn't need to budge.
Yeah.
Because Dak plays it out, and then next year we franchise him again, and it's $39.7 million.
Okay. So he's going to just sign the franchise and roll with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then go out there, ball again, and then we franchise him for $39 million. That's the starting point. And right now the starting point's $35 million per year.
Damn.
I know, and he made $50 million in endorsements last year just for being the Cowboys quarterback.
So he's smart.
He's collecting. Yeah, I don't know who his agent is, but his agent's really, really smart.
Well, so we're going to take yes. I like money. We'll do plus 400.
It's easy money.
All right. So we didn't pick a number 1 pick for next year, by the way. We just gave some advice. That's fine.
It's Lawrence. We said plus 340.
But yeah, I don't want to do it with minus 300.
Yeah, minus 300. Yeah. We said we'll just wait.
We'll
literally let you know when he has his first bad game.
Yeah.
And Justin Fields blows up, and then we're going to pound it.
There you go. Team with the odds to finish with the worst record. The Jacksonville Jaguars are the favorite at plus 375. Mm-hmm. That's just kind of mean, honestly. Yeah. That's a rebuild team for some reason. Minshew is going to be kind of in a bad spot, but they got some pieces for him to throw to.
I like where they added C.J. Henderson and Chase on.
Yeah.
At the spots they got drafted.
Sure.
And then I like Shenault. I like their draft, but then you're like, wait, no one wants to go. There's already rumblings that C.J. Henderson and Chase on don't like going there because they've heard all the talk from everybody else.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know what.
Fournette didn't get his option picked up.
Fournette didn't get his option picked up. He's still on the team. They don't like. Coughlin must have been so bad.
He was terrible. Yeah, he was really bad.
Everybody hates it there.
I mean, when you throw an 85-year-old white guy hard ass in with a bunch of
young, athletic, super good kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and Ngakwe's still there.
Yeah.
And he wants out.
Pissed, yeah.
And they took a defensive end at 20. They already have Josh Allen. They took at 6 last year.
Yeah.
There's
some good things going on, but they're going to have to sort out all that crazy shit.
It just sucks. Like, they let all this talent go, and they still have all this talent there.
Right. They brought in more talent instead of just being like, hey, we could have been good the whole time. Do you think they're going to be the worst team in the NFL? Worst team isn't as bad as you would think. Like most years, it's like probably like probably like 5 wins, I would say. But still, it's like 5 wins. You still have to watch out for that team when you're betting against them.
Who's going to be that team that tanks?
Why wouldn't the Redskins do it? Haskins isn't good, so you get Rivera there. He has his guy on defense. He brings in Lawrence or Fields that next year.
God, that would suck.
Yeah.
That's literally the worst case scenario.
For you?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Don't put it past the Bengals, brother. I know that they got Burrow, but doesn't mean they're trying to win.
But they got the Bama kid, Jonah Williams, left tackle from last year.
Right,
Mixon's in a contract year. AJ Green's in a contract year.
I just didn't see the Bengals being like, we're tanking last year. They just surprised the shit out of me.
Well, and then, but they spent hella money on defense.
Right.
They got DJ Reader from Texans. Then they signed the Trey Waynes from Vikings. They spent more money in this single offseason than they had in the last 25 years combined in free agency.
So, and I think we have to look at who needs the quarterback. And it could be Jacksonville, it could be Washington.
It's Washington.
The Giants, maybe.
They have weapons on offense, but that defense sucks.
And the Patriots?
Patriots are going to tank, right?
The Bears? The Bears aren't tanking.
The Bears just don't have a quarterback.
God, I don't know if Belichick would want to tank. Like, it just doesn't seem like something he's interested in.
But it's not an option when your team's not good.
Yeah.
Who are they going to hand off to Sony Michel and then throw to
I
Julian
just
Edelman?
like the Redskins at plus 600. I don't think they're good in the first place. They weren't good last year.
They're going to be the Bengals, super competitive, but still lose every game.
Right. Haskins is just there until someone else shows up.
Because remember, it was...
they could have brought in Cam. They clearly didn't bring him in because they're probably tanking.
They brought in Kyle Allen instead.
Yeah. Right.
And then they have there are 2 quarterbacks of Kyle Allen and Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, gross. No, and Geis will be hurt, so yeah, there's not a lot going on.
Man, guys, never nothing was the same.
And a fan favorite, the MVP race. This is like, there's so much money. This is another free money giveaway,
especially since they don't let you win the MVP back-to-back years.
Yeah, so. I don't know. You've got the favorite at plus 600.
Mahomes.
Yeah. Mahomes is plus 600 to be the best player in the NFL, which he already is. They added a weapon. Or, hey, if you want to get crazy, you can take Russell Wilson at plus 900.
Give me Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Or, hey, you know what? Kyler Murray gets DeAndre Hopkins. They improved the line a little bit. They improved the team. Plus 1,000 for Kyler Murray. The biggest value here is, I can't believe this, is Dak Prescott is plus 1,800.
He put up stats last year and they added CD.
They added CD.
They got rid
Zeke is actually going to maybe come in in shape week 1 now.
They got rid of Jason Garrett. They got rid of Jason Witten.
They had a bunch of crazy shit going on with those linemen last year too.
And Mike McCarthy is he only drafts off PFF people.
Dak almost threw for 5,000 yards last year. 4,900 yards, 30 touchdowns, 11 picks.
Yeah. And that's because he played against the Eagles with the separated shoulder.
Dak plus 1,800 is the best value on the board right now. I am saying you have to do that if you are interested in gambling at all this year. That should be one of your favorite bets. Weird ones going around here, though. We got...
who's that quarterback that's going to blow up outside of Dak? What's Wentz at?
Wentz is plus 2,000. He's right behind him. I can never trust Wentz.
I know.
He was in the conversation before, but the quarterback that's going to blow up is Kyler Murray.
What's he at, you said?
Plus 1,000.
Oh, it's only 1,000?
Vegas knows.
Throw me a bone.
That's great. Plus 1,000.
That's true, dude. But Russ is plus 900, so you're telling me
Yeah.
Murray's only minus 100 better.
Right.
Minus 100 better.
That's the funny thing, though, is when you look at this stuff and you look at like Ben Roethlisberger's plus 4,000, but the Steelers are one of the higher favorites to win the AFC conference. Like stuff like that's weird. Baker's plus 3,300.
And Jarrett's still even on the list.
Why is Jameis on here?
Drew Brees.
Must be an older one, plus 2,500. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's weird, but
Who do you like?
I really like Russ. I love Kyler, but Dak is easily my number one pick here for value. You're getting plus 1,800 for a very, very talented.
Russ has never won an MVP, right?
No, I don't think he's even gotten a vote.
Is this going to be the year where they give it to him as like the achievement award one?
I don't know.
Because
They'd have to win 11 games.
They're going to win the division.
He'd have to throw for 4,000 yards and 35 touchdowns.
He's going to have. This will be the year where he has 33 touchdowns, like 4 picks.
Yeah, we'll see. He's always just a good vote. Last year he just peaked too early, in that race, and then Lamar just took off.
Yeah.
God
damn it, Pete! Let him run.
Yeah.
Well,
so
man, I'm starting to hate Pete.
It's not going to be Lamar.
I'm not even a Seahawks fan. I'm starting to hate Pete.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Just let everyone.
But even if you just want to be like, hey, Patrick Mahomes, that's really easy for me.
Plus 600.
Plus 600.
The Chiefs to win the conference is plus 300. Like, just double those. You're going to win $700 off 2 things.
Yeah. We're going to go and put... Should we put Mahomes, Wilson, and Dak? I think that covers, like, the 3...
3 easy.
Lamar's not winning it.
Yeah, if you... The back-to-back is never...
Tom Brady's not winning it.
No. Drew Brees is not winning. Jimmy Garoppolo is not winning.
Deshaun has lost his weapon.
Man, I feel bad. Can Deshaun ask for a trade?
He should, to the Rams.
Is that the best fit?
Yeah. Marshawn McVay with an actual quarterback. Trade him straight across for Goff, and you take all of our firsts.
Rams don't have any picks.
That's true.
Texans don't have any picks either. They gave up their 1 to Miami next year.
Trade Deshaun for Jordan Love. Deshaun for Aaron Rodgers.
Can we get this? How do we...
Get him over to Belichick.
God, can we... Yeah, how do we... Man...
Yeah, it just sucks for Deshaun.
But the thing I really want is I want Russell Wilson with Kyle Shanahan.
No, fuck off.
Can you imagine that? If
No.
Shanahan came up to Seattle and you actually watch fun
ruin,
football.
Yeah, it would.
You would hate offense.
It would be so good.
Like that's the God.
Yeah, it sucks.
Can we get Deshaun Watson into Kyle Shanahan?
No. Deshaun Watson cannot come to the NFC West. I don't care if it's the Rams or unless he's coming to the Seahawks to replace Russ, who retired to be a pastor.
Stay-at-home dad? Oh, stay-at-home dad.
Yeah, there's no other... I don't see any other value.
Yeah.
A running back's not winning it.
No, receiver's not. It's literally only going to be a quarterback.
Yeah. Rodgers?
No, Rodgers sucks.
Fuck, no.
Rodgers washed.
Breeze, no. Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
Ben, if you're still listening, enjoy it now because Rodgers on the downhill.
Yeah.
Like, Packers are going to suck.
Yeah. I don't have any more props, so that's good.
What's Kirk Cousins at?
Kirk Cousins?
Pal, you
plus
talk...
4,000.
You said he has these weapons.
Yeah. So?
Sorry, division. Say he wins 12 games and he has 4,000 yards and 35 touchdowns, which is doable.
He has what?
12 wins.
Uh-huh.
That sorry division. 4,000 yards. And then like 35 touchdowns.
Pretty sure he's done that. Very close. 2018, he had 4,200 yards, 30 touchdowns.
Well, but he only had 10 wins. Oh. He needs those extra 2.
No. Absolutely not. He will not be voted MVP.
Matt Stafford.
All right. Well, we gave you out a ton of
props.
Just props, winners, just things that I think will be really helpful when you get to the end of the year and you're like, holy shit, where did all this money come from? That's where it's coming from. It's coming from today. You're being prepared. You're looking into the right things. You're picking up on those third place teams. I really hope everyone has a chance to take a look at some of these, do some research, and get a couple in before the season starts, before all these odds start shifting.
Actually, if you listen and start doing it before the schedule is released.
That's not possible because the pod comes out tonight.
Oh, listen to it in the morning.
True. Yeah, we'll see some moves.
Oh, God, I can't wait for our next week's pod when we get to talk to week 1 lines.
Oh, my God. Already, somehow.
So don't tweet us what the week 1 lines are. We're literally going to do them while we're here.
Yeah, we got to guess immediately. That's perfect. Can't
And
wait.
I'm going NFC. NFC's going to be 14-2
Yeah.
the first week.
Yep.
2 losses to the
The Ravens and the Chiefs.
That's it.
Yeah.
Straight across.
Perfect. All right, well, we'll catch you guys next week. Thanks for listening. Stay safe.
5 stars.